Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Charles H. This is your Lescom DX959. Excuse me, that was the scanner. Cut that down. I've got all of the Lescom enhancements done. There's your new 10.7 IO filter. I've upgraded the first RF amp, and I've also upgraded the buffer filters for your voltage regulator and the DC input power. You notice that they're laying over, and that's because the amp is going to sit inside here. Right now I'm getting ready to add the second final. Okay, actually I need to pull these two out because you ordered the let's see, did you order the FQP 13N10s, or look at your build sheet here. Sorry about all the noise. Okay, yes you did. You ordered the FQP 13N10 finals, so I'm getting ready to install those, which means those two need to come out. I got to take the ID plate off the back so we can mount the heat sink on there, and then your power connector will come out because the radio will get power from the amp. The amp will have good heavy 8-gauge cable, and the radio will get the power from where that cable comes into the amplifier. Okay, more to come. Okie dokie. I got your LC6404 wired up. There's your highest frequency. There's your lowest frequency. Okay. I don't have all the switches wired up yet, but the 6404 will go inside of this enclosure, which will sit on top of the radio. Your amp will go underneath. So, okay, more to come. Okay, Charles, there's the heat sink, and there's the where it was broke. I got the other piece over there in the box, I think. My son said he thinks he might can weld it back together, but I don't think it would stay, and I don't think it's going to make that much difference anyway. I'll just round the edges to make sure that they're not sharp. And I got a couple of parts radios. So here's a speaker that'll work in it, and here's a pigtail for the amplifier. Of course, I'll check it out and make sure that it's in good shape, and then I'll just have to manually run the wires. Here's the little amplifier. Let's see, when did I order this? Let's see a date on it. Oh, June 8, 2017. Okay. But it's complete. It's got everything, including the upgrade for the AM regulator. Just be 754 Yankee. All of the insulators. It's even got the feedback boards in there. You got to break them apart. Tough damn tape. better now out of that other bag. Isolation diode in there. Everything we need. Here's the amp board. God damn. I wonder if they put enough damn tape on here. Well, anyway. There's the new amp board. It comes with the transistors already on it. Right there. Like these got like, I guess they test the boards. Either that or they pull them out of radios. There it is. A brand new one. So anyway, I got to get the fans and put the fans in here. That looks like carbon scoring. It's supposed to be a new heat sink, but I don't think it is. No, I can tell. Look right there. Heat sink compound in there. And damn if I don't believe that ain't carbon scoring right there. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt nothing, but you know, thought I was buying a new one. But anyway, it looks to be in good shape. You know, other than that, you know, that broken fin over there. But like I said, I don't think that's going to hurt anything. It'll just be cosmetic for all practical purposes. And I'll have to get a case bottom for it. Damn, I didn't think about that. Got a parts radio here that may still have the case on it. I know it doesn't have the heat sink because we used that already. I did have a cover for this guy, so we got a cover for it. But anyway, you know, I'll just have to piece things together. This will sit right here, yeah, like so. And that's another thing. All the connectors for the wiring. I'll have to look and see if I got all that stuff. If not, then I'm just going to have to solder direct to the board instead of using connectors. Okay, more to come. Okay, Charles got the new bottom cover put on there, but it's only held on with a couple of screws while I do what I need to do in here. I got your fans, brand new fans installed. Okay, I'm getting ready to apply heatsink compound to that and mount the amp board. Okay, more to come. Okay, I got it in there. Getting ready to install the coax cable now. I put the feedback boards back in there. Got heatsink compound and all that stuff underneath there. So I'm getting ready to hook up the coax cable. More to come. Okay, I got that installed. I got a keeper for it. What did I do with it? Anyway, I got it around here somewhere. I'll find it. But you know, I put the heatsink compound on there. Put all new insulators on it. The screws were out of another one. I just went ahead and used those. But, you know, I mean, everything else is new. Now I got to figure out some way to connect the radio to here. Didn't think about that. So I need to find a male connector that will fit that. And if I remember correctly, some of the old Uniden radios use that to go to the CPU board, I think. Anyway, if not, then what I'll have to do is like cut this thing out and just solder direct to the board, which I don't really want to do that. I'd like to be able to unplug it, but we'll see what happens. And I also got to hook this guy up, which means this guy's got to come out. And then I know I got a connector for that, and I've got a connector for that. It's just this one here that I'm worried about. But it's all part of it. Moving along. Okay, got the power cable soldered in there. I had a pigtail from one I had upgraded to a 4 AWG. I saved the pigtails that come out of them, so I was able to put a pigtail in there. And I've got the holder for the antenna, but I don't have one for the power. Well, let me rephrase that. I do have one for the power, but it's for a different customer. It's for Dino. He's got a 4600 Connex that I'm upgrading for him, so that one is for him. So I can't really use it on this one. So I'm going to have to fashion some kind of holder to hold the power cable in place here. But I'll figure it out. Okay, more to come. Okay, got that one on there. Not real sure what I'm going to do with this just yet. I'll come up with something. Okay. I was going through my parts radios. I found this. And I remember when these things first came out, the connector was actually bolted to the bottom of the heatsink like this. If you look, the holes match up perfectly. And I can do that with this one by unsoldering the wires, bolting this down, and then put it in the spot there. Bolt it right there, just like that. And push them in there. And put the screws in it right there. And they line up perfectly. Yeah, that'll work. I'll still need to put some RTV or something over that, but I don't know. I kind of like having a pigtail on it. But I'll do something. Okay, that's what I decided to do. I pulled the one with the long wires back out and mounted this one, that little short pigtail right there. Got the wires all soldered back in, and that worked out good. Now I'll take some RTV and seal that up so nothing can get in there, and that's a good solid mount. Okay, moving on. Okay, there we go. 1 amp section, 1 Galaxy amp section. Got a cover to put over that, and that looks pretty good. I got that hole sealed up with some RTV. Now, we got to figure out how to wire it into the radio. Fun. More to come. Okay, there's your new transistors, FQP13N10s. There's all the little parts that I need to add that second final. All except for the heatsink. I got to get a heatsink down for it, but getting ready to start putting those in. Okay, got the FQP13N10s in there. Got the second final installed. I've already set the bias. Got the heat sink installed on the back. The heat sink. Huh? Let me set up here and we'll do some power checks just on the radio. Okay, meter on the left is RMS, meter on the right is PEP. I got a 100 watt slug on the PEP meter, 50 watt slug on RMS. Let's see, let's turn the power all the way down. So we're reading on that center scale. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 watts dead key. Audio, hello audio. About 68 watts PEP. Alright, turn the RF power all the way up, and that's on the AM. Hello audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. About 70 watts PEP with RF turned all the way up, and we're dead keying 10, 11, 12, 13 watts with RF power all the way up. Okay, now it's front control RF power all the way up, and I'm on channel 33. Let's go to sideband. Hello audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio. Looks like about 37 RMS and audio. About 60 watts PEP. That's on sideband, okay? Lower side of channel 33. Alright, that's just on the radio. Getting ready to start hooking the amp up to it. Alright, more to come. Okay, Charles, there's your CP1. Got him held in place there with some hot glue. But yeah, that's the CP1 right there. And, you know, it's tiny, so I just cut the bag and dropped it out and put it in. I got hot glue around the wires right there so that they don't move, and the hot glue to hold the CP1 in place there. Okay? Alright, and I did put the hot glue in an area where there was no components, you know, just to hold it in place there. Alright, more to come. Okay, Charles, got her wired in, buddy. I got a 250 watt slug in that side, 500 watt slug in PEP. Now I've got your dead key set at 50 watts. Oh, this is AM now. But what's this? Hello audio 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. We're reading on that middle scale there. 30 is 300, 40 is 400. Audio. That says 375 peak envelope power. And with it set at 50 watts, it doesn't back up. Audio goes forward. Audio. Okay. It's working. Alright, I built a block off plate for the back there to block off the antenna and the power connector and all that stuff, because there's your power connector now. Alright, I used the old style where I mounted the connector straight to the bottom, but I ran into one problem. When I got this bottom here, I didn't realize it was a front mic bottom, so there's no cutout for the mic thing over here, so I'm going to have to do that. But everything else works great. I had screws. So I was able to put screws in there, and I've got a lid for it. I'm getting ready to put the lid on it, and it's working. All right, more to come. Okay, Charles, told you I had some parts radios. Well, it turns out one of them is a side mic. So I'm going to now you can see where the rubber was for the mounting bracket, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to swap it out with this one. I'll clean it up first before I put it on here. This got some kind of dusty and dirty, so I'll take it and wash it and clean it up. Get all the grime off of it, make it look brand new, all except for that. I can't do anything about that, but at least we'll have a hole for the microphone. All right, more to come. Okay, Charles, I got that other bottom cover mounted with a hole in the side there for the microphone. Okay, and I'll put stuff on these screws to keep them from backing out. Did a little more tuning, and we got a little more wattage out of it. Audio. That's on AM. Okay, all right, let me get this thing put together. Okay, so I got all of this done before I realized my camera wasn't recording the little memory thing that was in it. It said was corrupt, but it would let me hit the record button and all that stuff and acted like it was recording, but it wasn't recording a damn thing. Okay, got the 6404 mounted in the top of the cabinet. Got the cabinet mounted on top of the case. Got the holes cut in for the wires to come through. Got all the switches mounted on the front panel. I'm getting ready to start wiring those up. Okay, and this is your back panel. Your talkback control will go here. Your amp on-off control is on the side over there. It'll sit like this in the back. Okay, so your amp control will be on the side, and your talkback control will be right there in the center. All right, more to come. Okay, Charles getting close. Got the face on there, and got the knobs all put back on. Got you this nice big knurled clarifier knob. Let you tune that. I've got some more of these knobs. I'm going to replace this echo control knob with a set of these so that they'll match the rest. It doesn't need to match the rest because it's chrome, but the lines are in the wrong place. They're 180 degrees out, so that's why I'm going to replace that one. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. We're moving along. I just got it sitting on top there. Now fired it up to make sure that everything worked. But some of the labeling on the face is mismatched. So you need to be aware of that. And that's because we moved everything to an external box. I thought that it would be better to do that, and that way you get all the functions of this LC6404 rather than just some. Like the memory channels, you know, if we'd have left it just on the radio, then you wouldn't have the memory channels. But this is now on this guy. So this thing here is actually your Roger Beep. Your Roger Beep still works. The amp light, well, we put the amp switch on the back of the switch box. So we saved that function. That was on the PA. So that function is antenna. So just remember Roger Beep, antenna. And this guy here is your tone control. All the way to the left is low, medium, high. Okay. Alright, and let's see, what else do I need to wire up on this? High cut filter, I gotta put that in there. Okay. Alright. Possibly another 4 or 5 hours of work. Okay. Almost there. Just got a few more things to do. And we'll be cooking with grease. Okay? More to come. Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Charles, she's all done, buddy. That's what it looks like. And in case some of you guys are wondering why all of a sudden I'm working on this radio, Charles's order number is 611. Okay, we've been waiting on parts to finish this build. They just came in just a little bit ago, a couple of days ago. Actually, when was it? Friday, I think it was. So I got back on this guy, get it finished up. Charles is 79 years young. So I need to get the radio to him while he can still enjoy it. But that's why I jumped on this one. But Charles is complete. I need to get knobs. I've got to get some knobs that look like these and put on here. And I'm going to put a special knob on that one to match the knob on the back there for the talk back. Alright, let's go through some of the functions real quick. Oh, the switch, this switch right here, this is your amp switch. Okay, down is the amp is off, up the amp is on. Okay, this is your talkback control. Push it in, turn it on, push it in again, turn it off. Okay, right now it's turned all the way down and off. Alright, okay, on the front, let me grab a knob real quick, put on that. Hang on a second. Okay, that looks a little better. And the lines are where they're supposed to be. Okay. Of course, you know about echo, how that works and everything. Just remember that this is the tone switch, not squelch scan, because your squelch scan is up here now. And the CSF switch is right here. Okay. This is your Roger beep indicator. This is the antenna warning indicator. Just remember that. Okay. All right. Let's start with the squelch scan. Okay. I'm going to squelch the radio. The squelch scan in the up position, you'll see it takes off and goes up. With it centered up, it's off. Push it down and it scans down. And when the squelch opens on a signal, it'll do that. Okay, lets you know that you're on channel 44. And I've said this before, I like to have it scan across like that, like the old Bearcat and Regency scanners. Really enjoyed those things. Nowadays you can't hear shit. All you hear is a bunch of static and crap, unless you got one of those $500 scanners, and even then I don't think you can listen to the police anymore. I've just got my old Radio Shack scanner going over here. I can still hear some counties that haven't switched to digital. But anyway, that is the scan function. Okay, now let's say that you want to, let's go down a band. Okay, let's say that you want to select one of these, your lowest channel, and put it in position 1. Okay, put it in memory 1. You'd put this guy on position 1. See a little indicator right there. and you press save. And you notice when you do that, the display goes out. That means, okay, I'm saving this channel. Alright, then let's say you want to go up into the next band. 555. We'll get on 555. Now you have to change modes yourself. It doesn't change modes for you. So let's come over here to position 5, and I want to save this guy in position 5. Now I know that 5 is the international call channel, 555. Alright, but I want to jump back down to my lowest channel real quick, so I'll put this back on position 1, press the get switch, presto, I'm down there. Okay, same thing with going back up. I can go up and down with just the flick of a switch. Okay, let's put 38 in position 3. Okay, let's see, what can we put in position 2? I know, channel 19. Let's put 19 in position 2. Now we've got position 4 that we need to put something in. Let's see, let's make it channel 44 to make it simple. Okay, I keep bumping the clarifier, sorry about that. Now, I want to get the lowest channel, then I want to go to channel 44 real quick. Oh, and then somebody wants to go to channel 19, so I'm down to channel 19. Anyway, you see how that works, okay? And you saw me using the CSF switch, the channel selector function switch. Right now it's up in the channel position, so your channel selector switches one channel at a time, okay? With it down, this guy jumps one band at a time. All right. Let's see now. High cut filter. Oh, let's go up so you can hear that. High cut filter off, on, off, on. Okay. All right. Right now I've got the amplifier off. We're on channel 19, kind of. Hello, audio, audio 1 2. Audio, hello, audio 1 2. Now, of course, I got a 250 watt slug on that side and a 500 watt slug on that side. That's why you're not seeing much movement out of the needles. Audio, but you see it does swing up. It goes up to what? Audio 1 2, 1 2, audio 1 2. Goes up past about 12, 15 watts. Swings up that high. Audio, hello, audio 1 2. Each one of those divisions there is 10 watts. So, and we're swinging upwards of about 10, 20, 30, 40, about 40 watts swing on the AM. All right, now I'm going to switch the power on. That's that switch in the back on the side there I told you about. Hello, audio 1 2, 1 2, audio. Yeah, that's almost 400 watts peak. That's a 500 watt slug I got on that side. I'm in the ×1 position. Audio, hello, audio. 40 is 400 watts, so we're over 350 peak. Audio, hello, audio 1 2. Audio, hello, audio. These FQP 13N10s are driving the crap out of this thing. Really driving the amplifier. Okay. I think that about does it. That's about all I needed to show you. Of course, now you know how TalkBack works. There's the TalkBack control there in the back. Let me turn that on real quick.
Hello, 1 2, 1 2, hello.
Turn the mic gain down. Is it all the way down? Yes, all the way down in the back.
Hello, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Hello, test.
Now, I don't know why, but all of these things squeal unless you turn the mic gain down. If you run with the mic gain all the way up, your audio is nice and clear. but the talkback squeals. So I don't like that feature, but there it is. All right. I've already showed you the back, showed you the block off plate. And I'm going to let it sit here and burn in for 24 hours. And if everything looks good, I'll be putting it in the shipping box there, Charles. Charles, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73, everybody.